Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today's video is the long-awaited sponge video. I don't know if you're really anticipating it like I was, but it was a real pain to make. But I collected all these sponges, and trust me, there's still a bazillion of them out there that I didn't get. But we are going to review what we've got. And I didn't include this one in my list, but I'm just going to tell you right now, these little bitty ones, I hate them. They're useless. I can't hold them and do anything with them, so I hate them. I should give it away, but I never think of it. I'm sure one of my granddaughters would love it. Okay, so let's get started. I am kind of going to go from worst to best. But then once I get down closer to the best, there's a bunch that I like equally. And I'll just tell you what I like about them and what I don't like about them. And hopefully I'll be able to tell you what they are, because they're not in boxes anymore. So the absolute worst sponge that I got was this one right here. It's from the company Bronx Colors. I got it from Ulta. It was $6.50. It is hard as a rock. It is actually wet right now. I just cleaned it. It does not change sizes. It does not absorb. The only good thing about it is it's really easy to clean because nothing absorbs into it. This is the worst sponge. It's hard and it just smears it around. It's the worst. And I'm stuck with it because it took me so long to make this video that the 60 days is up and I can't even return it. So, one of my granddaughters would like this one too, probably. Okay, the next ones I took back, so I don't have them anymore. But it is the Walgreens ones. They look just like a beauty blender. I don't know. Oh, here's a beauty blender. They're just like this. They had them in red and green. They were for Christmas, and pink. Yes, red and green and pink, because they were 4 for $5. So that made them $1.25 each. So I thought, oh my gosh, they got to be good. I mean, they're such a great price. If they work at all, they're good. They didn't. They were so hard. It was like bouncing a rock on your face. They were horrible. So anyways, those Walgreens ones, they were for Christmas, but I don't know if maybe they have a Walgreens brand one. If they do, they're awful. So that was my second to the worst. Those were the two worst. The next one, a lot of people like this one. I personally do not like it because it's way too soft. And that is the Flower Beauty. It's just way too soft. It absorbs so much product. And I don't know. I don't really like this like Teletubby style anyways. I need more point to get up in the corner because I use it for my concealer and my setting powders, especially my under eye powders, and I just don't like this kind as much as the ones that I don't mind if it has this, as long as it has a better point than this. So Flower Beauty was pretty low on my list, but I know a lot of people like it, and a lot of people like this style. Next on my list that I didn't really like is this. Oh, Flower Beauty was $8.98 too. Did I tell you how much the Walgreens? Oh yeah, I did. 4 for $5. So the next on my list that I don't like, and it's not horrible, but it just didn't work for me. And frankly, it's $14. It's the Cake and Bake, and to me it's just like those little triangular ones. It's like 2 of them stuck together. I mean, it washes just like them. I think that the edges are nice, but I don't know. It just was awkward to hold. I guess maybe I'm just used to the Beauty Blender because I really didn't like it. It was too smooth. You know what I mean? Anyways, it got kind of low on the list because it was also $14 for what, little wedgies. That's why. And I'm stuck with this one too because it was way back in November that I bought it. So I don't know what I'll do with that. Probably not give it to a granddaughter. It's expensive, so I'll give it to a daughter. All right, next on the list, the Real Tech Diamond. Oh, I forgot to tell you. The cake one, the cake and bake, it cleaned up pretty good, pretty easily. The Flower Beauty was a little bit more difficult because of the color. And I did tell you that the Bronx Sponge cleaned up beautifully because it doesn't absorb anything. It doesn't puff up. It just stays exactly that size. So, what was I on? The Realtek Diamond Sponge. I don't like this one just because it is really hard to clean, and this point is just a little too pointy, and it's like too flimsy to get up in there. So I don't really like this Realtek Diamond Sponge very much either. I know I'm just saying all these negative things, but that's because we started at the bottom. So, oh, and that Realtek is $7.94 at Walmart. I did see it listed at a couple other places for $10, so I don't think it's worth it. Next on the list is the beauty blenders. The black beauty blender. This is the Pro Beauty Blender, and I don't like it. To me, it's too porous. I just don't like the way it goes on, the way it puts makeup on. And then this one I just bought, and it is just not the same as this one. This one I like, which I'll talk about later. But this one, to me, I don't really know what it is. It just didn't put it on the same way. It was like squishier, I think, or something. It just didn't, I don't know. And 20 bucks. These are $20 a piece. Okay, those are the two beauty blenders. And the pink swirly one is also hard to clean because it's light. The next one is a regular old Realtek ones. They're not my favorite because they're softer than I like. I like my beauty blenders or my sponges to be just a little bit firmer. And so I really don't care for these because they're kind of soft. Although I'm going to try the big one just because Casey Holmes loves it. And she says it puts on your foundation so fast. So I'm going to try the big one. But I haven't got it yet. So it doesn't get to be in this review. So, and this one is $5.99. But it does clean. Well, it's in between because of the color. But I think it cleans pretty good. Okay, now I've got these two from Sephora. And they are equally, I like them fine. They're okay. I would like it if this one's probably better because it has, but they're still a little bit too fat on the point to get really in there good. This one was better because it had this, but it was still kind of fat. But I like them okay, and they clean up nice. This one's dirty because I just used it. But this one was dirty, and they cleaned up pretty good. They're not as soft as the Flower Beauty. They're still that kind of Teletubby thing that is not my favorite. But they're pretty good, but they are $12 a piece. And so it's like, I don't know. You know, it's like I can find one just as good that doesn't cost as much. So that's the Sephora. This is the Sephora Painter. It's called the Painter. And this one is the Perfectionist, I think. I don't have the box anymore. Oh, I need to put those over there. Okay, next on the list is the Maybelline. I don't remember what it's called, but I think it's the only one they have. I like this one. And the point is a little bit sharper, and it's got a flat side too, so I think it's a good one. It's like for the drugstore if you don't have an Ulta or whatever. I think it's pretty good, but oh, it's only $5.99. So yes, I think this one is as good as, definitely, it's like this one to me is a combination of these two. Because this one doesn't have a flat side to it. Actually, it's more like just this pink one. But this one's $12 and this one's $5.99 at the drugstore. I guess this one seems a little firmer. That's probably why I like this one better. But I do like this one, especially for a drugstore one. This is good. And then next is the Eco Tools. The Eco Tools would have been a lot higher on my list, except that I've had one before and I know how they don't last very long. They crack. I don't know why, but they get a crack in them, and then if they get a crack up here, that's not good. I really like the Eco Tools. I really loved it when I first got it. I got the 2-pack, the little one and the big one, and I really, really liked them, but both of them got little dents in them and cracked pretty quickly. I felt that like it was too quick. And this one is also $5.99. But it's worth it, $5.99. I mean, it lasts, if you could buy almost 4 of these, like 3 of these, instead of a beauty blender, and that would last plenty long enough as the beauty blender. And then next on my list is the Morphe one. I really like the Morphe one because it's just like a beauty blender on this end, and then it has a flat side over here. The only reason it's kind of low, it's not like up there with number 1, is because this flat side is so sharp, it's flimsy. It needs to be more like the Eco Tool, which is kind of it's a blunt point, where this is just totally sharp and it makes it just too soft. So they need to just blunt that a little bit, and then it would be incredible. Because I love the red. Red's my favorite color, so I love the red. And the next on the list is the Tarte. I like purple too. So the Tarte one's good because it's got the flat side and actually I don't know how it got to be above the Eco Tools, because it doesn't have, I probably should switch it, because this one's more expensive. This one was like $17. Oh, the Morphe one was $7. And this one is $16. The Tarte is $16. And the Eco Tools is $5.99. So the Eco Tools should have been higher on my list. But it got kind of muddy at the end because it was like I liked them all. And then the second to the last one, and it probably should be more towards the bottom. It should be above this one, because the next one would be the beige colored beauty blender. I reach for this all the time. I have all these sponges, and then for some reason I reach for this one. This one is $20, so it's overpriced. This one is hard to clean because, see, it's clean right now, and it still looks like it's got makeup on it. So, but I still reach for it. I don't know. It's just the perfect squishiness, but it's too expensive. This one is one of my favorites, and it's the NYX one. And they have a new NYX one. This NYX one is $7.99, but then they have a new one, and it's $9.99, and it's just got more sides to it. I don't remember what it was called, but they didn't have it when I got this one. This one is like perfect. It's got the flat side to it. It's got the point to it. It's got the bottom, so you can do the foundation. This one is perfect, and it's the perfect squishiness. The only one that I put above this one, and it's because it is $1.94, and it is the same perfect squishiness. This one doesn't have a flat side to it, but this one is just as good as a beauty blender, and it is an Equate from Walmart, the pink Equate one from Walmart. The only thing about it is, and this happened when I bought my beauty blenders too. The pink ones, when I first started buying them, is when you wash it, it loses a lot of the pink dye, which that's fine as long as you're losing it down the drain and not on your face. And I never noticed it on my face. So it was just when you wash it. And after 2 or 3 washes, it stops losing the pink. But this is awesome, and it was $1.94. So this one and this one are my favorites, and this one, and I don't know why this one, because there's a lot of things about it that are on the downside of my list, but I still reach for it all the time. are my favorites. This Equate one, it's just as good as a beauty blender, and this NYX one is a little bit more, it's a lot more than this, but it's got the flat side to it, and I really like it. And that is it. Those are all the sponges that I got. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you an insight into how much you want to pay and what you want out of your, because a lot of these Sephora ones, ones were good too. If this is the kind that you like, then, although this one is $12 and this one is, what did I say, $5.99 at the grocery store, and they're almost identical. So you might want to go with the Maybelline one, even though this one's pink. And the Morphe one's red. I love the Morphe one because it's red. And it's a good sponge too, though. So anyways, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And hit that bell so you are notified when I upload a new video. And I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I thank you so much for watching my videos. And I will see you in my next video. Mwah!